Hello and warmly welcome to our explainer lesson today. I am so happy you're here with me. 5 better words for looking closely at something. That's our focus today. It's perfect for essays, reports, and clear thinking. Okay, let's dive into this. Learning these precise words is going to make your writing and speaking sound truly advanced. We'll go through them one by one. Our first word is examine. Examine, examine, examine. To examine means to look at something carefully and closely, to understand it. It's a very simple meaning using very easy words, but it's a highly important action. Picture a doctor carefully looking over a patient before deciding anything. What does this feel like? Well, it feels quiet. It feels very serious. The doctor uses a stethoscope, looking closely at your eyes and listening to your heart. They don't rush. That quiet, careful feeling of looking closely is exactly what this word means. Let's look at some examples of how a real person uses this word. First, let's examine the data before deciding. Here are 2 more simple, everyday examples. I need to examine my car's engine. And please examine the contract carefully. Imagine you're buying a used car. You don't just look at it quickly, right? No, you open the doors, you look under the car, you check the seats, you examine it. Now let's move to a deeper step. Analyze. Analyze, analyze, analyze. To analyze means to break something into parts, to understand how it works or why something happened. So you can see this is a little deeper than just looking.
Picture taking a problem apart, piece by piece, to see what's really going on. Think about a jigsaw puzzle. You spread all those many pieces out on a large table. You pick them up, you look at how one piece connects to another piece. You are doing this physical action in your mind to find the real answer hiding inside a problem.
Here is our first sentence. We need to analyze the results. And here are 2 more simple sentences set in everyday situations. Let's analyze why the sales dropped. And she will analyze the recipe to make it better. Imagine you baked a sweet cake, but it tastes very bad. Oh no. But you don't just throw it away. You sit down and think about the sugar, the flour, the oven temperature. You take the whole cooking process apart in your mind. You analyze it. So let's stop and look at the difference between these 2 words because it's important. Examine is just looking closely. Analyze is breaking it down to understand it. If you look at the outside of a beautiful clock, you examine it. But if you open the clock to see the little wheels inside, you analyze it. See the difference? Don't mix these 2 up. Now, let's look at a word about judging quality. Evaluate, 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 evaluate. To evaluate means to judge the value, quality, or success of something. Picture a teacher deciding how well a piece of work really performs. Imagine a teacher sitting at a heavy desk with a red pen. They're reading a student's essay. They're thinking, did the student answer the question well? Is this good or bad? That strong feeling of judging someone's work is exactly what it means to evaluate. Let's see it in a sentence. The teacher will evaluate our essays. Here are 2 more relatable moments. I need to evaluate this new phone before buying it. And the boss evaluates our work every year. Imagine you just finished a long, hard year at your job. You sit in a quiet room with your boss. Your boss looks at everything you did and decides if you did a great job. Your boss evaluates you. Let's make sure the key difference here is completely clear. Analyze understands how something works. Evaluate judges how good it is. You analyze a car's engine to see how it drives, but you evaluate the car to decide if it's actually worth your money. This perfectly shows how English words have special jobs. Now let's move on to showing something clearly. Demonstrate, 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 demonstrate. To demonstrate means to clearly show something is true, often with proof or an example. Picture proving your point with solid evidence, not just an opinion. This word feels very strong and confident. It's not just talking, it's doing. It is showing the solid truth so that absolutely everyone in the room has to believe you. For example, the study demonstrates a clear link. Let's add 2 more very easy real-life examples. He will demonstrate how to use the coffee machine, and her hard work demonstrates her dedication. Imagine it's your very first day at a new office. You don't know how to make coffee. A kind friend says, "Let me show you." And they press the buttons to prove exactly how easy it is. They demonstrate it. And now for our last word, which is all about pointing to what matters most. Highlight, 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 highlight. To highlight means to draw attention to the most important part of something. Picture a bright yellow highlighter marking the one key sentence in a page. You know that bright yellow marker you use for studying? That is exactly the physical action we're talking about here. You are pulling the best, most important piece of information out of a big page of text so everyone looks at it. I want to highlight one key finding. Here are two more short, simple, everyday sentences. The speaker highlighted the main problem. And please highlight your name on the form. Imagine you're reading a very long, boring document for school. There is only one sentence you actually need to remember. So you draw a bright yellow line over it. You highlight it. Okay, let's look at the quick differences all together. Examine is looking closely. Analyze is breaking it down to understand it. Evaluate is judging its quality. Demonstrate is proving something is true. And highlight is pointing to what matters most. Do you see the journey we just took? We go from looking, to understanding, to judging, to proving, to pointing out. Now remember the hook from the beginning? See how your writing sounds so much sharper when we put these words together? Let's examine the data, analyze the trend, and evaluate what it means. This clearly demonstrates a problem, and I'd like to highlight one key point. Wow, this one master sentence uses all 5 words beautifully. It shows you can think deeply and communicate with advanced skill. Let's lock them in with a final, quick list review. Number 1, examine. Look closely. Let's examine the data. Number 2, analyze. Break it down to understand. We need to analyze the results. Number 3, evaluate. Judge the quality. The teacher will evaluate our essays. Number 4, demonstrate. Clearly show it's true. The study demonstrates a link. And number 5, highlight. Draw attention to what matters. I want to highlight one key finding. Once again, the difference is simple. They grow from just looking, to breaking things apart, to judging, to proving, and finally pointing out what matters. So how do you remember these? Well, I want you to shadow this explainer. That means say every word and sentence out loud right after me. And I highly recommend watching this explainer once a day for 3 days in a row. Doing this beats the forgetting curve and locks the words right into your memory. Choosing precise words like these is exactly what makes your writing sound truly advanced. Now I have a fun challenge for you. In the comments below, write one sentence using the word highlight. I absolutely can't wait to read them. See you tomorrow.